Well, over the years, I have had the good fortune of being able to test out different products and kind of report on what I think about them. And I can honestly say that these two products here are the best products that I have ever tested. So what we have here are two products from Rockpals. This is a 100 watt solar panel, and this here is a 280 watt hour power bank or power supply. So why might you want a portable power station and a solar panel? Well, it gives you options for having power in case of a natural disaster or the power grid going down. Any number of things can happen that way. That would make it nice if you had some backup power. But not to be all doom and gloom here. This is not only a backup power source, this is a portable power source. This is something that could just give you a little bit of extra comfort and utility if you're out and about. If you're out camping, if you're out just traveling, a power station can give you just that little bit of extra peace of mind and a little bit of extra comfort to take things like lights or a blender or some other thing like that that you might want to have and be able to use when you're out and about away from your home. So there's a lot to like about both of these products. Starting off with the power bank itself, this is a really well-made, well-put-together product. It's a little heavy for its size, and that is because it's made of very good quality materials. Now, it is all plastic, but it's all really good quality and heavy-duty plastic. And you get that sense when you pick it up. It's got this really great heavy-duty handle on top, which is something I find really important. This is a piece of electronics, and so if you are going to carry it around, at least I think you would want a good sturdy handle because you don't want to drop this. Now on the front of the unit here, you've got a great little power screen, and to turn the unit on, you just hold down this power button for a few seconds, which will turn it on. And it gives you a great screen that gives you a very good, clear indication of how much charge you have left in the battery pack itself. And then over on the other side of the unit here, you've got a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter. That means you can run a laptop or any kind of sensitive electronics. That's highly useful. And here we've got a bank of USB outlets, and it has a USB-C outlet, which is something that I really look for. Whenever I look at one of these power supplies, I always say if it doesn't have a USB-C outlet, pass it up, look for a different unit. Even if you don't have something that has a USB-C cord on it now, it's very likely that soon in the future you will have a device that is going to use USB-C. It also has 3 other regular USB outlets, so you've got lots of USB outlets to choose from. And then here in the center, we've got a old-fashioned type 12-volt outlet, or some people call them a cigarette lighter type outlet. Not an outlet that I use a whole lot, but it is there, which is nice because it makes the unit backward compatible. Basically anything that you have, you would be able to plug in and use this power bank and charge anything that you've got. So I really like the power to weight ratio of the Rockpals 300. It gives quite a bit of power, especially considering the size. And just to give you kind of a rough idea, I took this and used it for 3 full days to keep my phone and my iPad charged. And over those 3 days, I only took the battery pack here down to 88%. So that's a good amount of power for the size of this unit, I think. So one nifty little feature that I like about this Rockpals 300 is the ability to be able to turn the screen off while I am charging my phone. So a lot of times I'm charging my phone at night, and I don't necessarily want the screen blaring here in my tiny little van. It's basically like a little night light. I don't need to sleep with a night light on, so I like this little feature. I can just hit this button, turn the screen on or off as I see fit. And of course, the other thing about this Rockpals 300 power station is that it is really easy to use. Everything about it is intuitive. But if you do have some questions, Rockpals does include a little user's manual that fills you in on any questions that you might have. I found it very well written, but I also found the print to be a little small for my old eyes. And what is also included is a power brick so that you can recharge the power station just by plugging it into a regular wall outlet. Now, I don't happen to have a regular wall outlet here in my van, so I've been recharging the unit using two different methods. The first is by using the included 12-volt power supply or cigarette lighter type plug. And the second is by using this solar panel. And Rockpals has made the solar panel really easy to use. Right here on the back, they have an included pocket that once you zip it open, you have access to the attached charging cable. So you just pull this cable out and you can plug it directly into the Rockpals 300 to get it charging. But the great thing about this system here is they've made this compatible with not only their own products, but you can use this with a variety of other batteries as well. This cable comes with a bunch of adapters to make it adjustable for a number of different products. And on the cable, if you take off this end piece, you have these MC4 connectors built in. That's a really cool design that makes this work with not only Rockpals products themselves, but with all kinds of different solar products, batteries, what have you. And that's all included with the solar panel. Now, I have to say that one of the reasons I am really impressed with this Rockpals foldable solar panel is that I used to have a foldable solar panel from a different manufacturer several years ago, and that solar panel seemed like it was a good solar panel at first. It looked really cool, but as I got to use it over the months and years that I owned it, I've used it less and less because it just didn't work very well. It only worked for the product that it was made for. It wasn't compatible with anything else. And it really didn't provide much power. The other thing was it only folded in half, and so it made it really bulky. So I ended up giving that away because it just wasn't terribly useful for me. So when Rockpals sent me this solar panel, I was happy to test it, but I really didn't think much about it until I got to testing it and realized just how good it was. Comparing it to that other manufacturer's solar panel, this is just heads and tails far and away a better product. The fact that it folds down into fours instead of just in half makes it really much smaller and more compact. I have 3 other manufacturers' batteries here in my van, and when I first got this Rockpals solar panel, it was a real dark, overcast day, and I hooked it up and used it to charge up the Rockpals 300, which it did very quickly. I think they shipped it with about 60% power, and I was able to charge up the battery using the solar panel on that very cloudy day in less than 3 hours, which I was pretty impressed with. I then used the same panel to charge up 2 different battery banks that I have by 2 different manufacturers. So I was pretty impressed with how well it worked, especially on such a cloudy day. I was pretty happy with the amount of power that I was getting out of it and just how quickly it was able to charge up all of my batteries. So I'm really impressed with the quality and just the design features of this Rockpals 100-watt solar panel. I think it is a well-designed, just well-thought-out product. So if you are in the market for a very good quality solar power station or foldable solar panel, I can highly recommend these. And a couple of things to note. For each sale of these, Rockpals is partnered up with the One Tree Planted organization, and they will plant a tree for each sale, which I think is kind of a cool thing. Also, for viewers of my channel here, Rockpals is offering a 10% discount. So links to the One Tree Planted organization will be down below if you want to check that out. It's a really worthy cause. And also I will leave the coupon code down in the description below as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it.